Hello there, my name is Alaydriem, and welcome back to another Minecraft Bedrock redstone tutorial with your favorite cardigan-wearing Minecraft character. And today in this episode, I'm here to show you this simple and easy to build shulker unloader for your Minecraft Bedrock 1.20 worlds. This device is incredibly simple and will allow you to unload the contents of a shulker box into a chest that you can then pipe into either your chest item sorter or your item classifier, and then eject the shulker box into a separate chest so that you can later refill it up with any of the items that you need. So for the quick tour, as you can see, all of our shulkers after running that have been ejected. They have been completely emptied and are now placed in this block, and their contents have been placed here in this chest over here. We could filter this out into any type of system that we want. We just have it very simple over here. And activating this system is incredibly easy. You just press this button right here. It will start pulling the items out of this. As you can see in this chest here, this chest is now filling up, and once all of these items are pulled out of this shulker box, it will then automatically start processing the next shulker box for you so that you don't need to infinitely press that button over and over again. However, in the event that you did want to, you can always manually trigger each of these components to eject a new shulker or to clear out the shulker that's currently placed in there. So as you can see, there really isn't a lot to this farm. You can probably piece it together from just what I have here behind me, but let's go ahead and dive straight into the tutorial. Now for this redstone build, you're going to want to carve out a 7 by 3 block area, and then also make sure that you have at least 7 blocks worth of height so that you can build this into. The build itself is very simple. Solid block, sticky piston, observer facing up. In this position, we're going to place a chest with a hopper facing down into it. Once you have that in place, you're going to place a solid block on top of this observer with a slab facing backwards. Redstone piece of dust here with a comparator facing into that dust. Then you're going to come over here onto this hopper and place down a regular piston that feeds into that. Jump on top, we're going to place down an observer that points with the dot up, and then back down here on this hopper have an observer with the light coming out as shown here. Moving some items around in our inventory, we're going to go ahead and place down a dispenser facing down off of that. Then we're going to place a button on the dispenser and this regular piston. We are then going to place a hopper feeding into that dispenser, and then coming around here to the back, we're going to place a solid block that this comparator faces into. Now the only thing left for us to do is to feed our items in for our hopper. So we're going to place down a temporary block here, chest. We're going to go ahead and get rid of this other temporary block, place down a hopper that feeds into that, and then we just need to place down some trapdoors here around this hopper so that we don't lose any of our shulkers when they get ejected. And with that, we are done with this build. Very, very simple. You can orient this either to the left or the right. Really, however you want to configure this will be up to you and the place that you put your build into. Now remember, there are a few buttons here that we need to press. The one here will eject our shulker, and if we need to reset the system, you can press this and it will also kick out the shulker box. Quick demonstration right here for you. I have a bunch of shulker boxes filled with 16 blocks worth of white wool. If we place this button right here, you can see that's going to start pulling items down into this chest over here. Once this fills up, the shulker gets ejected, replaced with a new one, and our empty shulker is then placed right down here. And it's going to happen again. And it's going to keep happening over and over again. So this will keep feeding items through this dispenser until all of your shulkers have been fully emptied. The shulker unloader has 2 caveats. First and foremost, you cannot place an empty shulker into it, and you cannot place a shulker that only has a single item in it. So if you have those, the shulker will just dispense and then it will stop and it won't feed anymore. Of course, you can just come over here and press this button on this piston and that will eject it. Just place that right there and the system will be reset. But try to avoid putting empty shulkers through this because it won't work. But that's going to be it for me in this tutorial. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you like this build, please consider leaving this video a like. If you want to see more redstone builds, please consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.